Hello, everybody on the chat. Thank you for being here. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How's
Yeah,
everything going over there, girl?
yeah, going good. Hello to everybody. Lovely to see you all. And Jazzy says hello as always. Yeah, look, I think it's fine. I haven't heard anything cray. Um, just the general, we talk about all these different military practice runs that are going on around the place, and yeah, so just still got banks that are slowly closing down,
Oh,
things like
really?
that. Oh, yeah, and they're putting up signs saying ATM use only, um, mostly in the bigger cities. This is starting. Some of the towns, some of the little country towns, though, they don't even have a bank now in their town. So this is,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
slowly. And it's interesting because the thought is, are they taking our actual our money out of circulation because they want to get rid of the fiat dollar and they want to bring in a new currency? Or people are going, or is this their thing to take control and have the CBDCs? So I thought, oh, this is an interesting concept, isn't it? Which way is it going?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mm.
so that's been happening more and more. I mean, I haven't had any problems. They have definitely restricted things, like you can't put cash into other people's accounts anymore. You can't go into a bank and do that.
What?
Well, my bank, you can't. I saw the sign about 3-4 weeks ago, and they said from this date you can only, yeah. So, and you can't have out more than a certain amount of coinage. Like, so if you've got a little business, like on a Sunday market or something, you can only have like a certain amount of small change that they'll give you as well. So they're really definitely
Wow.
trying to get people to reduce the use of cash in our society.
Wow. That hasn't happened here.
Has not
Mm-mm.
happened there? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No,
So what about
no.
your country towns? Have you heard anything from people that live in those areas?
Well, I do.
Oh, so you're sort of considered country where you are. Yeah.
Kind of. I'm not in a
Yeah.
city. I'm not
Not in
in
a
a
city,
city.
but yeah, in your
Mm-mm.
area. Yeah. So look, I think, but Australia's always a testing ground for that sort of stuff. So we'll see what happens. Hmm. So yeah. So look, I don't know. I mean, I can pull some cards on it and see, I guess, if
Yeah.
it's actually helping us get set up for this new system that is coming in.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
because
for sure.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Teresa's saying nothing's changed around her. Okay. So yeah, but here I know it's definitely done a lot of shifting.
Interesting.
So I'll just see, is this for our benefit, that they're actually doing this in the long term with the financial market? Wow, how interesting, because the moon cards come up. So it means
Mm.
that there's something in there that's not what people want. It's going to actually create some pain for people. So yeah, but it's actually for the bet. It's actually for the Ace of Pentacles is definitely about money and reality, and it's actually going to be for the good. But this is what's happening, and people are going to see it, because I was questioning it, going, I love using cash. That's just how I work naturally. I work better with cash, and I don't like being tracked either with what I'm spending my money on, because they do that here. They actually tell you, oh, you've spent this much on your carbon footprint on blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you guys get that, but we get that.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, so let's have a look and just see if there's anything else we can see about it. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah, you're hot. Yeah, so a lot of people are going to be really, really upset with what's going on.
Oh, I forgot to put you big. Hold on.
Oh, that's
There we go.
so,
So
yeah, a
people
lot of people are
can
going
see
to
it
be
better.
upset. And they're going to fight. This is going to cause, I would say, this is going to cause a lot of people to stand up, because the Seven of Wands is about holding your ground, standing up for who you are, all that sort of thing, by taking action. So, and I think it just depends too, if there's a global type of issue where banks start going down and the financial system starts going down.
Yeah.
I think then people, it won't feel so isolated to somewhere like Australia. It'll start feeling more global.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so people will have to go on to the CBDCs maybe for that bridging time. Because remember who's getting together on the 22nd of August?
Yeah, the BRICS, right? The
Correct.
BRICS countries. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I've heard them say that they're actually not going to be dealing in the US currency at all, even up till then. There's lots of stuff going on like that. So it's going to be really interesting. So I'm just, yeah, okay.
That is really interesting.
So look, I think this is going to be a very interesting time period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Interesting.
And isn't it interesting as well that they're now doing this military global, 10, 12 days or whatever it is, training exercise
Yeah.
of trying to synchronize everything over those 22 time currencies.
Yeah, so let's talk about that because there has been a couple of videos about this training that's supposed to happen. So the question is it real? Like, is it really true that it's going to happen?
Let's have a look and see. Well, as I was saying to Elisa, guys, before the show here in Queensland, there is so much military movement, like especially up in the north of Queensland. And we actually really sadly had a helicopter go down, military helicopter go down up there as well. But they said there's a lot also going on underground. So, yeah, but let's have a look and see if this is actually a real thing, that it's actually really happening. It's always good to ask the basics, isn't it, Elisa?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, is it even true that this is going to happen, or is just something to give an excuse for something to happen?
Yeah. It looks like it because we've got our Seven of Wands. So again, this is someone holding this place, their space, their right to be there. And then we've got our Queen of Wands, and she to me is all about integrity. She's about the truth. There's something that's actually coming out. And then we've got our Knight of Cups. Now, here's someone bringing a message, but it's being brought softly to start with to people. So, because it's an emotional aspect. So they're doing it softly. So they won't be putting this probably out on the mainstream media, I would say. This is, I would say this is a little bit more underground. We got a big yes on that. This is an Ace of Pentacles. So it's definitely something that's happening.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so it's happening. The second question, is it an exercise, or like they are saying, or is this really the main event?
Are they there for a reason now? Is this an event that's going to happen for us?
I mean, is it an exercise like they're saying that nothing's going to happen? It's an exercise.
Yeah. Or is there going to be changes?
Is it real? Is it going to be something real?
Okay. Oh, okay. You're hot. Wow. Nine of Cups has come up. So this is all about our wishes and desires and things like that. And then we've got the Hermit card. So I would say there's going to be a lot that still goes on beneath the scenes. This is a deep operation, is what I'm getting from that Hermit card. Because a lot of people wouldn't cope with it if they thought the military were taking over. That Four of Cups is they're being offered something, but it's a lot of people.
So they're telling people it's an exercise, but it's not. It's really the real deal. But because they don't want people to freak out, they're calling it an exercise.
Because there's a lot of cups in there, which is emotions. So they're being really, really careful. Yeah, but look at that. We've got our Judgment card. So I feel there will be some outcomes from this, whatever they are, because that Judgment card's come up, which is waking people up, and it's bringing out truth to me. That's what Judgment card means. So, but it might be a little bit more subtle than, we didn't get a Tower card. We didn't get anything that was massive.
Right.
So I feel they're going to keep it a little bit quieter than maybe what we all would hope for,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So is it related to the financial, or is it related to the military taking over
or keeping peace or whatever. Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah, like what is it related to?
Yeah,
Like,
good question. Yeah, I like that question. Which one wants to come up? Is it you or you? I think it's you. Again, my goodness. I feel it's actually more than just the financial. I feel there's more to it. This is like a lot of cups. This is a lot of
is it
things that
like
we know about. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
is it like the passing of the government from the existing government to a new, I don't know.
Yeah, we've got our 5 of Wands. So, yeah, it looks like there's going to be some tussling. Looks like, and usually wands are fairly quick. So it looks like things could happen. There could be something that happens quite quickly as well. Um, that's part of the reason they're here. So when you were asking that question, I was pulling that card. Yeah, we got a big Ace of Cups on that one. So there will be some areas, I would say, that there will be some changes in government, or things will happen to bring out.
Are we going to see military in the main cities in this
Okay,
exercise?
Let's have a look and see. The cards initially was saying it was going to be kept a little bit quieter than that. So let's just see if we will see it.
Well, because I was assuming it was about I don't know why I was thinking it was the Navy.
It's a combination.
Or the Marines.
It's
Marines,
both.
maybe.
No, I feel it's going to be a little bit more subtle than that. We've got that again. That Knight of Cups has come up, which is bringing a bit more of a gentle message. But things are going to be going down behind the scenes, and I feel, there could be another. They're actually getting ready for something else. They're actually in training. Oh my God, it's come up again. That Judgment card. So they're getting ready for something, and if something happens, but then they'll be there. It's all under control. King of Pentacles is a really good positive card. So there's definitely a a plan, because the King is the master of planning reality and creating something. So I feel it's all positive is what I'm getting from this as well. Yep, King of Swords again. This master storyteller, creator of people's thoughts and stories and words. So I feel that there could be some truth that comes out, which is going to actually annoy some people, because some people don't know what's been going on. That 5 of Swords is when we have a lot of conflict in our mind. So I feel that this could actually activate some of that for people that haven't been in the loop or not quite ready to know. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's so to me it was coming up as, I think Christina's asked if it was positive or negative. Christina, it's coming up, it's going to be positive for people that understand and aren't going into fear. For some people, though, this is maybe going to cause a lot of like, what is going on? Why is this happening? And that's what that 5 of Swords was depicting. So so for me, that's what I feel. I feel it's going to be a little bit more softly, but if something happens, then they're there to just step in and help out. Yeah, interesting.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So
oh my God, look what I just got. I haven't pulled that for a very long time, and I was just going, I just need one more. There's something else. So maybe at the end of all this, there could be something that happens that will bring about a big change.
Okay, so then the next question would be, is this change what we've been waiting for? Is this change the main event that we have been waiting for?
Okay, let's have a look and see. I think they're there for that big change, and it might be after that time period is why that card came up last. So, okay. Interesting moon card again. So I feel that there's still other things in play. It's going to definitely be something that's not normal. Yeah. But still not fully, because we've got our Knight of Wands, and he's, to me, someone that doesn't bring the full message. So only partially. So something, it may be off center. So patience. We've still got our Temperance card, which is patience. So we may need to have a little bit of patience for the change that's coming. But there will be something that comes through. May not be exactly what we want. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So something that came to mind that I did want to ask about and I forgot was this guy on TikTok um, pointed out that Jim Caviezel was wearing the Baphomet um, symbol on a chain in one of his interviews.
Okay. What's
So
the
it's very
actual
recent.
symbol?
It's
Jim?
almost like a line with like a small line, then a bigger line, then a bigger line, then a bigger line.
Oh,
Um, and it's used to represent, the Baphomet. So um, I want to see what the cards had to say about that
okay.
because that was a little confusing for me.
Okay. Okay, let's just tune in. Okay. Oh my God, the cards are cold. Right. I'm going to have to ask it in another way. So,
Okay, so is he? I mean, is he a good guy or a bad
yeah,
guy?
let's just tune in to see if he's working for the people, like for the benefit
Yeah,
and good
yeah.
and will
What
of
like?
the people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. Oh, interesting. Yes, he is. We've got a big 10 of Pentacles. What I was getting and why I think I was getting the message with the cards being cold is that he's there to trip people up as well. So it's almost like he's got a little role to play behind his major role. He's signaling. I'd say it's a signal. Yeah, it's like, so it's taking a small action, but it's giving a message to,
Mm,
yeah. I feel that there's a signal in that. It's not feeling this nefarious, but everything's nearly finishing anyway. That 10 of Wands tells me that whole deep state is actually almost at an end. It's
okay.
yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Our full card. We've got a new beginning coming. Definitely. So he's definitely on the people's side because I asked that specifically.
Okay. All right.
And like there's so much going on that's misinformation, disinformation,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because this guy was saying that he did a screenshot. It's, he's like, this is not an
yep,
old picture. This is a
yep.
screenshot I took of one of his interviews about the movie. And he's wearing this necklace. And then he shows you that it's the Baphomet symbol.
Yeah, and I look at this again. These two cards have come up. I reckon it's a message for them. It's like a saying, "We've got you." So it depends how you look at it. It depends. So
Interesting. Oh,
yeah,
you couldn't catch me wearing that
no,
for a
I
million
know,
dollars.
I know.
Oof. Nope.
Yeah,
All right. So going back up to start with the questions.
yep.
Maple Tree wants to know if there's really more than one source prime creator.
Okay, so wow, Maple Tree. Let's start with the big question: Who made us? What are we?
Going back to
So
basics.
back to basics. I'm just going to tune in with Jasper and just see if he can maybe give us a bit of a way of being our perspective in this because it's okay. Jasper, can you show us if there is one more than one source prime creator? And so we've got to narrow it down, like to Earth, to whatever. So let's just have a look and see. Oh my God. Okay, of course. He said we're actually all source creators. We're all connected, and he's saying it doesn't matter if one group of consciousness of source creators made this and then another one made this. We're still all one. It still all comes from one. And that's what he's showing me is everything still comes from this one consciousness. So it doesn't matter if you've got A over here that does whole different things and D over here, and we're all still connected to that prime creator. That's all. That's probably the only way I can explain it, the way he showed it to me.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, but everyone, and this is really important. I feel we really need to just go in and find out for ourselves, because we're all at different places. We've all had such different experiences in life, whether it's physical, it's spiritual, emotional, and that's going to serve who we are to help us to stay balanced and to help us be the best we can be. So that's
Mm-hmm.
I feel this is a very personal question as well for
Mm-hmm.
people. That's my understanding of it. I always feel like everything comes from this consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter whether it looks like a frog, whether it looks like a galaxy or another whole dimension. That's me. What about you, Elisa?
Well, there, you know, based on the sessions that I did, the hundreds of sessions that I did, um, there are many creators,
Yeah.
source creators who created planets, who created, I think, were you one of them? I don't know. I don't remember. But
Yep.
so there were several people that were actual creators of of not humans, but of beings, of planets, of so you know it all went back to one single source energy.
Yep.
So all those creators come from that main source energy. So it all goes back to that. But there are, I mean, a creator, not the creator source, right? But a creator created us and created the planet and might have created the solar system that we're in. Um, there were other worlds that were created by these creators when I did my sessions, like, you know, so it's a funky question, right? Because it's
Yep.
hard to explain it, but basically there is one prime creator,
Yep.
and from that prime creator, then there's other creators there's other
Yep.
um, um, consciousnesses that said, well, I want to know what it's like to be the creator, and so they created galaxies or planets or whatever they wanted to create.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Jasper was showing me. So it's probably even more about the frequency, the energy that's used, because we're all energy, everything's energy. So it's probably, that's maybe an easier way to explain prime source is as a energy. And then everything comes from that, and it can, it can
Energy.
be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, can we explain how that energy, where did that energy come from?
Do you know, even as a child, Elisa, I used to lie on the grass on my back and I'd look up and I'd tune in and I'd go, so who's God? And I'd tune in, and it's almost, I would feel myself going into this like void or this abyss. I was a very strange child. And I used to just
No,
like,
really?
so I used to just go into this deep, deep void, and it was so peaceful, but it was black. And then I used to go, but who made God? And then it was like they wouldn't let me go any further.
Yeah, yeah. You're at the end of the. Remember, I told you about the little man in the machine, like that
Yeah.
you hear when you're in under the mushroom. Yeah, like I have two friends that made it to the end, and then they were there, and they heard someone say, "No one's here right now."
Exactly. And this is what I used to, even as a child, I was probably 9, 10, 11 maybe. And I got, you can't go any further. And that
No,
was it. It was like, I
no.
went, but who made God?
Yeah,
So Maple Tree, I've been asking this question literally
yeah,
since I was a child. And
yeah,
that's why I said it's one of the biggest questions.
yeah,
And so for me, I went, okay. And I tried it a few times, and I had the same experience.
yeah,
So yeah. So I just, for me now, like I said, it's personal, and it's where I'm comfortable with, and where I feel safe talking with higher self, God, source, whatever.
yeah,
That's where I'm being.
yeah. Exactly.
Such a big
Exactly.
question, but I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
a big question.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
The next question from Barbara is
uh-huh.
she heard that the C and the I and the A is getting tied off Zelensky. Is getting
Tired, is it?
tied. It says tied.
Tired of Zelensky?
Maybe,
Barbara, do you mean tired?
yeah, I'm thinking she meant tired.
Tired. I will take it like that, and if it's not, pop it in there.
Yeah.
And we'll redo it. But look, let's find out first of all if Mr. Z is being used by the White Hats, if he's actually having to play a role. Shall we check that first?
Sure.
Because, yeah, I think we need to go back to basics here, because so many people, we do not know who they're actually working with, what they're doing. So let's just see if he is a part of the movie. He's been seconded or whatever. And we know he's an actor. So
Well, I was just going to say, is he an actor,
I think they turned him, because we've got the Two of Pentacles. So this is a 50-50. So the real one, I don't feel that it's the same person. I don't know, who knows, but there was definitely something that got shifted. And questions asked. Yeah, there's no way someone like that would be in that situation and them not having control of it, is what I'm getting. So let's just double check that with, oh, that's hot. Come here to me. Yes, it's you. Yes, he's under control. King of Swords. This is definitely a White Hat card. So they've got the storyline. They're making the storyline happen. Okay, let's just get a clarifying card for that. Oh, okay, you're hot. Yes, Judgment card. He's under control. So is the CIA getting tired of him?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Maree.
I think, yeah. Oh, thank you, Maree. Yes, I know.
I don't know why it doesn't turn on every
I
time.
put mine on as soon as I get onto my stream.
I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not automatic. If I put it on when we're done and we end broadcast, why isn't it there when I start the broadcast?
You've got to do it every time. Yeah. So, okay. So, is the CIA even still active? This is the other question, because I remember it was ages ago we asked about that and they were going down. So whether they're just still trying to catch people that have evaded the net, shall we just see if the CIA is still actually active?
Yeah, well, that's a great question.
Yeah, so let's just have a look and see. So you want to come up? Yeah, you want to come up? Nope. We've got the Justice card, guys. So and the King of Pentacles, no, they're under control as well now. So that's really good. I think they're probably being used as a bit of a, what's the word? Yeah, look at this, Four of Swords. So they're still doing secret stuff to try and capture maybe a few people that have evaded the net. Yeah, they're not. So they don't have the power that they used to have, Barbara, is what the cards are saying.
Good.
So that's good news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So could we say the same? Could we ask the same about the F and the B and the I?
Sure.
And who else is left? FBI and
DJ, and what's it called? The Justice, DOJ, and all of that.
Yeah. DOJ. Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at the F and see if they're still an actual running, how they've been running group. Okay. Nope. We've got the Fool card. They're a whole new thing going on, and then we've got our Three of Wands. So they're actually already setting things up for the future, if they'll even be part of it. Letting go of the past. Nope. This is great news. So yeah. Again, though, they'd still be ferreting out. Yeah, Five of Cups. They're not happy. Some of them. I mean, there's some very good ones that work, but they probably didn't realize they were, duplish. How do you say that word? We're part of a plan. But the Five of Cups, there's been a lot of changes there, and it's not a lot of unhappy little beings that have been caught.
Yeah.
So no, that's not powerful like it
okay,
was.
and then what about, let's do the DOJ then.
Okay, because that's a big one, isn't it? I mean, imagine how many people have gone to jail, or things have happened to them because of this, this whole system that is just so corrupt. Let's just have a look and see if they're still actively powerful. Let's just check and see with the DOJ. Nope. Eight of Cups, been walked away. So they're obviously still playing out. Okay. Now I did hear a rumor that AI is keeping everything up. It's literally switch and things can be changed. And I mean, I heard ages ago they were actually training up judges and people in a true lawful way, like, so it's not part of this ship, our ship system. Yeah, look at this again, looking forward to the future. So behind the scenes, I feel there's a lot that's been going on with cards like this. It's like, yeah, things have been walked. Oh, look at that. 10 of Swords, dead, finished, gone.
Okay, good. That's a good card right there.
Yeah, and if it does, it might not feel like it and seem like it. People would go into chaos if they thought there was no true judicial system.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, yeah.
That's true. Okay, so the next question from Angel Lori. I heard that if someone signs docs to go into the military, that within that fine print it states that all of the person's offspring will be available to be utilized in dark programs.
So, yeah, Angel Lori, I vaguely remember hearing this. So maybe in the past, this was something that was a truth, but let's find out from the cards. I don't know. Good question. And we'll use it as in the past, because I don't know now that actually would happen. So we just say, did this happen at any time? Was there actually a ability for the dark hats to use people's families? King of Wands has come up. So this is really interesting. I don't know that it was. So what I'm getting as an intuition, that it was up to the parents. So if you had a long-standing family that were in the military, then it may have been discussed with them. Yeah, but it was like the Five of Cups again is grief. So it was that, they maybe had they could do it. So yeah, that was the desire, but it came down to the families, I would say, and if they agreed to that. But yeah. So
okay, good question. All right, I don't know if the cards can answer this question, so maybe you need to use Jazzy.
Okay.
Maple Tree wants to know, who are the quantum leapers? Do they have a main body, but their consciousness or soul jumps between bodies?
Okay, quantum leapers. Wow. Well, in a way, we're quantum leapers. For me, how I would see that is that we are using our light body to do the exploring, or to do the changing into different realms and dimensions. The main thing is, I guess, is the bodies. Are they jumping between bodies? Like, is this bodies that they've got of their own, that they've got stashed in places to have experiences?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just see if Jasper can actually give us anything on this. Now, this is fascinating. So what he's showing me is that because we have multiverses and we have multi-parallel lives and we have different beings going through, we can actually, within our own consciousness, use those other, experience those other bodies per se, if that's what our soul contract is, if that's what we're actually wanted to experience. So basically, I think that would be a yes, but it would be very specific to each soul again, because he just brought into my mind how I remember seeing all these different beings from different whole dimensions, places, wherever, and I knew it was me though, so it still had something about my consciousness or soul, and so that's the way that it would be done, is what he's showing me. So there you go. That's really interesting, isn't it?
Thank you, Jazzy.
Thanks, Jazzy.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
All right, the next question. I've heard the 5 from Maree. I've heard the 5D referred to as a matrix. Is it even if positive? Is each dimension one until reach source.
Okay. What do you get on this, Elisa? Because you've done so many different sessions with people. You know, I don't know, is there anything that came up in your sessions that you remember about 5D? Well, obviously having its own matrix, but is there anything that you heard?
Well, it's a I don't know if I would call it a matrix, but kind of a, it's a vibe. To me, it's just a vibration more than a matrix. Um, it is positive because you're vibrating much faster, much higher. And as far as dimensions, until we reach source, I would think that source would be the highest vibrational being, consciousness out there. So, but you know, I've heard there's 13 dimensions. Then I've heard like Dolores Cannon's daughter has said there's like 23 or something. And it's just like, I've heard so many numbers. Like, I don't know anymore, like really what the number is. Do I care? No, I don't care how many numbers of dimensions there are at this point, because it's something that my mind can't comprehend. So, I don't know. That's what I got.
No, I love that. It's true. And I mean, just remember, we don't just sit in one dimension. We're doing
Correct.
this. So, you know, I know when we're doing our gridding and stuff, God, we could be in 15th dimension because our light body has gone there, the consciousness. So, like, we can do this all day. We could do this.
Yeah.
And so, it's not a matrix that's holding something in place per se. It's where, as Elisa said, where does that consciousness vibrate? So, and what are we then? What are we flowing through? So I feel that's, and I don't know. So who knows? We're still trying to work out who source truly is. It's hard to know. I mean, I've heard that maybe when we're ready, our soul actually goes, if we've done everything we want to do, our soul will just go back into source.
Source, yeah, it gets not absorbed, but you know, goes back in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and these are great questions. They're big questions. And so these are questions that I would actually, guys, I would just go when you're meditating, just sit and drop into it and just see what comes to you when you've got the intention around these, because they're really big questions.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
brilliant. So this is what makes us, the more questions we ask, the more answers we get. And we can get it in the strangest ways. We can get it through nature. We can get it through a book. We can get it through some words someone says around us. So, yeah, it makes life a lot more interesting and exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. The next question from Pink Light. Do human clones exist on Earth?
Okay. I'm going to use my kinesiology for this one and just tune in and see. So, yes. Yes, they do.
Okay. I've seen them. I've seen them break down.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And we've got the Queen of Wands. So, yes, that's truth. That's integrity. That's, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Next question from Teresa is HARP weather control still active and being used?
Okay, let's just see. Because, I mean, you know, the white hats have been using stuff as well to try and whatever.
Yeah, well, they took care of Pfizer.
Exactly. How good was that?
Yeah.
That was so good. Oh, one of those good moments in life. Okay, so let's have a little look and see, is it still active and being used? Or do you want to come out? Yes, Queen of Cups. So she's someone that actually is contemplating emotional stuff. So I think it's being used now on a level with more emotional intelligence as well to what it was being used before. You really want to come out. So we don't have to worry about it, because that one really wanted to come out. So the Nine of Swords is about people worrying about this sort of stuff at nighttime, but you actually don't have to worry about it. Whatever now goes on with it still being used by the looks. Yep. 10 of Cups. So it's still being used, but don't worry, it's actually being used for whatever needs to happen. for the changes that are going on our earth. Yeah, but it looks like it'll be walked away from when it's no longer needed. So, but I mean, yeah. So who knows though? They might use it to help with until they can get everything back in balance. They may use it to help where there's rain needed to help grow food or crops or something like that as well.
Yeah.
It looks like it's being used. We don't have to worry. It's actually being used in the right way for whatever's needed for our benefit.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. The next question from Amy. Is the takedown of the truthers, digital soldiers, happening now? What percentage of them are really not what we think? That's if you want a percentage, that would be kinesiology, right?
Yeah. So we can have a look and see. So let me just see if I just got the hit to get a card first. Don't know why. What usually happens.
Power moment.
Who knows? God, it hasn't come out for a little while. I think it's you. You're hot. Yes, you are. The Hanged Man. So what this is saying is we're going to have to wait to see. Okay. I mean, because it could change quite dramatically with some flip-flopping going on. So that's interesting. And I really got the hit. I had to pull one card before I actually even went into test because this is going to change. So let me just okay, so let's just have a look and see. One, two. I'm going to ask the question, which of them are mostly telling the truth as they believe it, that have got good integrity, that haven't been bought out, that haven't been put in position. Okay, because I mean,
and that are not trying to sell something.
I'm not trying to sell something. Though, I mean, sometimes people need to live as well, and if they're putting so much time and energy. So doing it with integrity, how does that sound? So if they're doing it with integrity. So
I guess. So tired of everybody selling something.
I'm getting at about 66% are actually, isn't that interesting? 66% have got a genuine want to help. And even if they're misinformed or have been misguided, that's their genuine intention to help. So there's about 33% or 34% that are deliberate shills, is what they say.
Yeah.
So, and that's why we use our discernment. And, you've just got to trust, and if you're watching stuff like that.
So I don't know why this is coming to me. You know that Mr. Trumptastic died.
Yeah.
Was that kind of like...
I heard that he had, I think he had very fast growing, it was like a prostate cancer or something. It was really, and he's quite young.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know if he got attacked or was it like just his life contract?
Was it his time? Because he did a beautiful job. I only watched him a couple of times, but when I did, I went, oh, you've got lovely energy. You're really grounded,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's just see. Yeah, because he was I really liked him. So yeah, that one. So we've got the Four of Swords. So there was something a little bit going on with it. There was not maybe above board. So let me just, you know what we forgot to ask? Is he still with us?
Yeah, exactly.
I was going, hang on, there's something not right here. We haven't done basics.
No, and I did meant to ask that first.
I know.
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot to. So yeah, let's just have a little look at that. I mean, because wouldn't it be just wonderful if these people, were taken to be helpful with getting something out or doing something when the time came. So let's just see.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I wonder. Yeah. He was just lovely. Okay, this is really interesting. I know this sounds crazy, but Yeah. No, I feel he's gone, because the first thing I got this, and I went, oh, that's a positive card. I went, no, it's the Rainbow Bridge. So he's and then the Five of Pentacles. So something changed that really pushed him into a place that wasn't healthy or great. And then the Eight of Cups. So walking away, leaving. Yeah. I feel he's left. I feel he's left everything behind, gone.
Okay.
So, which is a shame, because I thought he was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Why weren't we warned about 2020?
Okay.
I'm so disappointed that we weren't warned. So I'm assuming that would be what? The COVID?
Yeah, it sounds like it. So pink light. Pink light. I think if we, I mean, I already knew of that 2021, 2030 thing. So I knew something would happen, but I know it was a shock, I think, for most people, the way it was perpetrated and the way it was pushed and the way it was done. So in a way, I guess, if we'd even known about the patents and things like that back then, we might have had an inkling. But I mean, oh my God, wasn't it even in the 50s or 60s in the paper they talked about, doing a forced one of these to help to decrease
No, I didn't
population?
know.
There was this lady kept this article from a paper, and they were talking about it back then. So I guess this has been in the plan for a long time. But what I think happened, Pink Light, is it got thwarted, because they brought it in so that everyone could, number one, get out of the rat race, number two, have time to actually sit and to ask questions and to do some research, which is what happened. I mean, so many people woke up from having that time to do that. So, so in a way, it's almost like everything else that's been going on. It's crazy. The stuff that's going on is ludicrous. But I think that gave people an opportunity to actually ask questions and wake up, and and then this consciousness that's been coming through. Yeah, so the King of Cups. So this is an emotional master, but something's hidden. So it gave people time to go in and have a look for what was going on, and this is when a lot of people went, this isn't right. Four of Pentacles. So it had been set up for a long time. This is a long-term foundation that's been set up. It was going to happen. I actually feel it was allowed to happen, because I actually really feel now that the White Hats were already had a lot of control.
I was just going to ask that.
Yes. Queen of Pentacles. So they looked at every scenario. They would have looked at lots of scenarios. What is going to give us the best long-term outcome if we want to change the world? Let's get everyone at home, away from the rat race, with families. And people did. They've said, it changed my life. It changed the way I thought about the world. It changed who I realized I was. So it was actually, I know, So, I mean, we were being lied to on so many levels, Pink Light. That was actually probably one of the smaller ones at the end of the day. So, I don't know. What do you think, Elisa?
I was thinking that I had heard that the White Hats have been in charge since like 2017. So that means that they are the ones who actually put out this COVID thing,
Or they allowed it,
or they, but they if they were in charge, they had to be the ones who put it out there.
Yeah. So, and also too, what I've heard is that whatever was going to be done by the deep state, they've allowed that to go ahead. But this is what, to me, the warp speed was about. It was like bringing it all in so quickly that people would wake up, because the whole plan was to do over 10 years, 15 years, and then it's like anything, you can slowly boil a frog, can't you? But this warp speed was bringing it in very quickly. How
Yeah.
else do you wake people up that are indoctrinated, that, are hypnotized?
Yeah, but by allowing millions to die, I don't know. Like, see, this is the problem with.
But did millions die? If you look at okay, I looked at some stats. There was more people that actually died from the flu in 2019 than died from the sea in 2020 and 21. A huge difference. So it's like, what's truth in that anyway? You know?
Mm,
And maybe they didn't have full control. Yeah, that's Ace of Wands has just come up. Maybe that fell out. Maybe they didn't have full control then, and they were still having to set traps and things like that, because they wanted to do it through the judicial system so people could go, oh, it's not just a coup. So this is why it's been it's a WAR, and this is why it's been so tough for people, especially
mm.
if loved ones have gone, and it's really tough.
Well, that's a tough pill to swallow when you hear,
I
okay,
know.
well, the White Hats kind of were in charge at the time that this all happened. It's like, wait, what?
But what if it had to be done this way? Like, what if they'd looked at everything,
All the
and there would have,
timelines.
and yeah, and also would there have been anarchy? Would there have been, if they tried to, people wouldn't believe them. I mean, you've talked to people and tried to give them absolute evidence about things, and they just don't want a bar of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, so look, it's a WAR,
Yeah.
and it's just one we've never ever experienced before. We're used to being out in the
But it's the
fields and
WAR that has been won already. Like everything is just fake
yeah,
movie shit,
yeah,
you know?
completely. And but the thing is, I guess there's no point in winning a WAR unless you've got enough people to actually have a benefit from it, or be in it at the end and agree that they've won. If people
Yeah.
go, we didn't win, that was a takeover. This was, yeah, there's no point.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's been King of Pentacles again has come out. It's a master plan, but this is why I believe that star seeds, people that have got, of a higher consciousness, are here to hold this frequencies that comes in through this time. This is one of the greatest changes ever, I feel, that will happen on Earth in a conscious way. And they've said we've never been able to actually stay in our physical body and go through this sort of shift before.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I know, but it's tough. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart.
No, that's for sure.
So everyone should be so proud of themselves just for being able to stay balanced and have hope and faith, and know that that everything is going to turn out. It might still be messy, and it might still be even scary for people that know, like us. So, but we can help others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to Angel Lori's question. Since I was little, I always
Ooh.
talked to the angel in the sun. Is there a specific angel that guards the sun portal?
Wow. Well, Angel Laurie, it's really interesting because I now see the sun as the great central sun. So that's that beautiful frequency that comes through onto the earth through like a portal. So there has to be a consciousness with it. So the fact that you call it an angel is it seems pertinent, because it's like its own, it would have its own frequency and consciousness like everything. I'm going to get Jazzy to have a chat here. So Jasper, is there a specific angel? Okay, okay, this is interesting. What he's saying, there's not a specific angel that guards it, but there are beings that actually hold that frequency or help that frequency, because this is he's showing me it's a massive frequency. But the beings, yeah, so they're also made of that frequency or energy, but they can come and go through it. But yeah, so you would have been connecting into that beautiful frequency through the great central sun. Every morning when I do my sun gazing, I always connect into that beautiful energy through the great central sun. So in a way, I could call it an angel. So yeah, so as a child, you were obviously picking up on that as well. So that's pretty beautiful. So yeah, so there's more than one though that are actually working with that frequency.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Question. The super volcano caldera at Yellowstone has been having a lot of earthquakes. Is Gaia about to blow her top this year?
Well, she's certainly doing a lot of rumbling, isn't she? A lot of clearing going on. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff going on. And when we look at the frequency, look at us. I mean, how many of us have been tired or, going through, maybe not feeling great or whatever with this shift of consciousness. So Gaia's the same. So it's
Yeah.
just releasing that energy. So let's just have a look. Is she going to blow her top? So I'm just going to put that as, is there going to be a lot more earthquakes or volcanoes or things that are going on to actually with this new frequency and things in chart that are happening? Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel that it's not going to be as bad as what you're thinking. Yeah, because Seven of Pentacles is when seeds have been planted, and you're just waiting for an outcome. So, but I don't think it's going to be as big as what people are thinking. Like there will be stuff. There will be some, definitely. The Emperor's come up. So to me, this means it'll be maybe not as devastating, because that Emperor is a really positive card. It keeps things calm. Nine of Cups. So it's okay. Wishes and desires. So it's not going to be as bad as maybe what people have been projecting or thinking or predicting. So
Yeah. That's wonderful.
yeah.
So there's 3 minutes left, and I want to talk about the last video I did, which blew my mind about the global healing of the waters.
Do you want to come
And
up so you're up equal? Yeah, that's better.
so if you haven't seen this video, I've never pushed a video before like I'm going to push this video, because it was truly mind-blowing to hear someone say that water in a water bottle is being held as a slave. It's being enslaved. It's being, because of the consciousness that the water has. It was just everything that Randy said on that video was just like mind-blowing, like things that you don't think about, and then he says it and you're like, like, why didn't I think about this? I even remember I wrote a poem about water.
You did.
So oh, my earring is all messed up. So this video is so, there's so much good information in this video, and I really feel strongly, very strongly about this video and about what we can do for our planet if we get all of our energies together, to heal with Randy, and we get on a Zoom call, um, and together we bilocate this thing that can make a difference, to our waters. So if you haven't seen that video about alchemizing the global waters, it's really mind-blowing. And we're just looking for people that want to get together in this Zoom call to utilize all of our energies to flip the waters and really heal the waters, and things like that. So I don't know if you've had a chance to see it, Maree.
No, is it in your normal video list, or have you popped it in the community, or like?
No, it's the regular video list.
I haven't had a chance to have a look yet. No, but
Yeah.
I will. I'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
And I think it's beautiful. And also too, we can all do our bit. Like I always do love and gratitude to my water that's in my water bottle, in the shower, or anywhere I am. I just love and gratitude to water. And it's interesting because the undines really respond, that energy, that consciousness really responds to that intention and that heartfelt connection. It's so that's something that's so simple. You could even write it and tape it to the inside of, to the outside of your water bottle. That's what I do as well.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they
But
do that.
he
Yeah,
talks about that. He
yeah.
says that while that does something good, it's not even come close to um he says that heals the physical of the water, but not the energetic. Is the way
Yeah,
he explains it. When
yeah,
you take a bottle and you write on it, it's like half. Like you
yeah.
heal half of the water. There's still the energetic half that is not being addressed.
I mean,
So it's
yeah, and they.
so like the
Oh,
way
that
he
sounds
explains
amazing.
everything, he's just it's just and when he shows like the stuff he has created and how he's getting the information, it was just really mind-blowing. It really was. And it's I think it's going to help our planet immensely.
Yeah,
So
sounds beautiful. I mean, anything we can do, right, to help
yeah,
is
no,
is so
absolutely.
worthwhile. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So,
No,
yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, I highly suggest you watch it. And please, please, please share this video because um, I think people could learn so much from this guy and the information that he has received. Um, it's just, amazing. So
yeah. No,
just,
I'll have a look at that. That just sounds great. Yeah, yeah. Water is just incredible. I mean, we're what
yeah.
70 something% water. So
Yeah,
imagine
no,
how much that will heal
exactly.
within us as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
So
Joyce has asked what day of the week is the Zoom call. Has that been organised yet or not yet?
no, we're waiting to have the the at minimum of 12 people. I know Joyce
Okay.
was the first one to say she wanted to do it. So thank you,
Okay.
Joyce. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Beautiful. Well,
Um,
if
there
it's
were
at a
some people underneath the video that said they wanted to be part of it, but they didn't send me an email. And I can't I can't reach them if I
okay.
don't have a way to reach them. So,
Have you got a
it,
link in there where they can just link straight into, say, your an email or something?
yeah,
That
yeah,
might
it's
be
on
worth.
the
Yeah,
description.
there's
Quantum
a
Life
link there.
Transformations at gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
So,
So
and Randy also gives his website as well.
yeah. Okay.
So,
I mean, if you wanted, we could use one of these times to do it. I'm actually not available on the Friday, the 18th, because I'm doing a 3-day course. So I don't know if you wanted to do it on that Thursday night where people, that might be interested are available.
hmm,
I don't know. It's just a thought
yeah,
as well. Or we can do it anytime, really. If this
yeah,
time's the best time because people are already available for it,
hmm,
just, yeah, go for
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's right now. Pacific people are
Yeah.
5 o'clock, so they're just either getting out of work or
Oh,
driving to
okay.
work or whatever. So, yeah,
You'd
and
have to
then
see.
if I make it 1 hour later, then the Europe people are exhausted and
I
want to
know.
go to bed. So, yeah, we'll
Oh,
have
these time
to see.
zones, right?
We'll have to see how we do it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
again, the more the better, right?
Yes,
The more
definitely.
powerful, the
Yeah,
more powerful.
definitely.
So,
So,
yeah. So I wanted to put that out there, and then don't forget Marie's dream video. Well, we'll tell them on Thursday, right?
yeah, we'll
Are
tell
you
them
going to be
Thursday
able
'cause
to be on the Thursday call?
oh, yeah,
Thursday?
yeah. No, no, no,
Okay.
I'm fine up to the, 18th, but yeah, so
Okay.
and I was gonna see if you're available, we'll do on the Sunday night, we'll do the, space one, we'll do the,
Yeah,
aliens
the
and things.
Sunday is good. My kids are not
Great.
around, so I can have dinner with them. So it's kind of perfect.
Excellent. Well, I'll make up the, stream down for that, and
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, once we're done here, jump over and watch that video. I promise you,
Yes,
it will blow your mind.
yeah,
So,
beautiful.
all right. Well, thank you, Maree. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing questions. We
Yes.
love you and stay high vibing.
See you guys.
See you.